December 28, 2025. The world said goodbye to Brigitte Bardot. The French cinema legend, global sex symbol, and fierce animal rights activist passed away at the age of 91. Her foundation confirmed her death, though the cause remains undisclosed. Today, we remember the extraordinary life of a woman who redefined femininity, challenged norms, and walked away from fame to live by her conscience. Of Elle magazine, launching a modeling career that quickly led her to the silver screen. Her beauty was unconventional. Tousled blonde hair, unapologetic sensuality, and a gaze that seemed to defy the camera itself. In 1956, at just 21 years old, Bardot starred in And God Created Woman, directed by her first husband, Roger Vadim. Barefoot, dancing the mambo in Saint-Tropez, she radiated a raw, liberated femininity rarely seen in mainstream cinema. Censors were scandalized. Audiences were enthralled. A global icon, known simply as BB, was born. Her character wasn't just provocative, she was free. She ate when hungry, loved without pretense, and refused to conform. In 1959, philosopher Simone de Beauvoir captured this essence in Esquire. BB does not try to scandalize. She follows her inclinations. Moral lapses can be corrected, but how could BB be cured of that dazzling virtue? Genuineness. It is her very substance. Her influence stretched far beyond France. At just 15, Bob Dylan reportedly wrote his first song, Song for Brigitte, inspired by her. Andy Warhol painted her portrait. She became a symbol of the 1950s and 60s, a touchstone for shifting social attitudes and gender roles. Yet behind the glamour, Bardot struggled deeply with fame. She once said, "Nobody can imagine how horrific it was. I couldn't go on living like that." She described herself as a prisoner of her own image, unable to walk down a street, enjoy a quiet meal, or simply be. The adoration felt like a cage. Her personal life was marked by turbulence. She married 4 times, first to director Roger Vadim, 1952 to 1957, then actor Jacques Charrier, 1959 to 1962, with whom she had her only child, son Nicolas Jacques Charrier, next to German millionaire playboy Günther Sachs, 1966 to 1969, and finally, in 1992, to Bernard Dormal, a former advisor to France's far-right National Front, a marriage that lasted until her death. Her relationships were often intense, public, and fraught. She never remarried after Dormal, choosing solitude in her later years. She had 1 child, Nicolas, who largely stayed out of the spotlight. Beyond acting, Bardot enjoyed a vibrant music career. Her collaboration with Serge Gainsbourg on the erotic duet Je t'aime, moi non plus became legendary. Both celebrated and banned in several countries for its explicit nature. She recorded dozens of songs, many of which remain classics of French pop. In total, she made 42 films between 1952 and 1973. Her final role was in Dr. Popol. After that, she walked away. In 1973, at age 39, Bardot declared cinema rotten and retired permanently. "I will have given 20 years of my life to cinema," she said. "That's enough." She retreated to Saint-Tropez, not to bask in nostalgia, but to begin a new chapter. Surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, olive trees, and animals, she found peace. Animals became her sanctuary. "This is my only battle," she said in 2013. "The only direction I want to give my life." In 1986, she founded the Brigitte Bardot Foundation for the welfare and protection of animals. She auctioned off personal belongings, dresses, jewelry, even film memorabilia, to fund shelters and anti-cruelty campaigns. She supported Paul Watson's anti-whaling missions and famously threatened to leave France if 2 sick circus elephants were to be euthanized. "I gave my beauty and my youth to men," she once reflected. "I am going to give my wisdom and experience to animals." For decades, she lived alone behind high walls in Saint-Tropez, caring for dozens of rescued cats, dogs, and horses. There were no grand parties, no red carpets, just quiet devotion. But Bardot's later years were also marked by controversy. Her outspoken views on immigration, Islam, and homosexuality led to 6 convictions in French courts between 1997 and 2008 for inciting racial hatred. In one notable case, she was fined $17,000 for calling Muslims "this population that is destroying us, destroying our country by imposing its acts." She endorsed far-right leaders Jean-Marie and Marine Le Pen, calling the latter the Joan of Arc of the 21st century. These remarks alienated many fans and drew sharp criticism. Yet Bardot never apologized. She remained, to the end, unfiltered, for better or worse. "Feminism isn't my thing. I like men." And when asked if she considers herself a symbol of the sexual revolution, "No, they didn't wait for me." Narrator. Even in reflection, she rejected labels. She didn't see herself as a feminist pioneer, though her autonomy, confidence, and refusal to be controlled made her one, whether she claimed the title or not. Yet her cultural imprint endures. Her signature Bardot hairstyle, half-up, tousled bangs, reappears on runways every few years. Coffee table books, documentaries, and retrospectives continue to celebrate her cinematic legacy. And though she claimed, "I don't think about my film career," she added, "I don't reject it, because it's thanks to it that I'm known everywhere in the world as someone who defends animals." Brigitte Bardot lived a life of extremes, adored and isolated, revolutionary and reactionary, glamorous and reclusive. She gave the world a new image of womanhood, not demure, not obedient, but fiercely, unapologetically herself. She struggled with depression, attempted suicide at 26, and carried deep wounds from fame. But she also found purpose, not in applause, but in compassion for the voiceless. Today, as we mourn her passing, we don't just remember the star of an God-created woman. We remember a woman who dared to be free, and then dared to walk away from it all to live by her truth. Brigitte Bardot, 1934 to 2025. Rest in peace. B.